Good morning, muffins. Today is Friday, January 23rd, 2026. Okay, so I was saying yesterday, explaining the difference between asking for divorce, wanting divorce, and the difference between God honoring the institution of marriage and also God putting you or ordaining your marriage. And I think people get that confused, that just because they decided to get married, which is your will, God gives you free will, that also means that God purposed your spouse for you. And we have to get out of that mentality, because here's the thing. Because God created us, and because He is the author and finisher of our faith, and He knows the end from the beginning and all of these things, He knew us before we were stitched and formed together in our mother's womb. He gave our lives a purpose. He gave our lives a story. And that means that He has someone specifically created for you. And a lot of times, we don't wait for that person. We may feel that this person is that, but sometimes that's not the case. But because God gives us free will, and because He honors the institution of marriage, He's still going to hold you to the things that He said. This is what you're able to do in marriage, and this is what you are supposed to do. Husbands, you're supposed to do this for your wives. Wives, you're supposed to do this for your husband. So even if you feel like, for whatever reason, you were put with your spouse, you're still obligated to those things. That's what I mean when I say God honors the institution of marriage. Even if your parents made you get married because there was a baby, the wife is still held to the standard that God set forth. The husband is still held to the standard God set forth, because He honors the institution, and there's a way that it works. Your marriage was not something that you wanted. It wasn't something that God ordained, but because you are married, you're still held to the standard and the expectation. And so we have to really be mindful of who we are putting ourselves with, and if that person can drive the purpose of our life and what God has for us, which is what I mean. God didn't ordain that marriage. But that's my time. Have an amazingly wonderful day on purpose. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.